Hello friends, my name is Raza Masood. Today we'll discuss about a topic time and material contract. Friend, today's topic is very easy to understand and friend, if you are a student and studying project management in university, or you are planning to give exam of PMP, so friend, this is a very important topic with respect to exam point of view, and you will see this topic in the exam. At least 10 to 15 questions will definitely be there which are directly related to the concept of contract or time and material contract. So you can understand friend that how much it is important to understand the concept of the contracting time and material, and you must have to understand the concept to clear the exam. Secondly, friend, if you are a professional project manager and working in any organization as a project manager, so you must have to understand that what is the time and material contract, how to deal with the procurement, because friend, as a project manager you must have to deal with the procurement, contracting and different vendors, you have to deal with it. So you must have to know that what are the advantages and what is the concept of time and material contract, and what are the advantages and disadvantages. So friend, let's start. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell option as well, so that my new videos can reach to you. So let's start. Time and material contract. Friend, first of all, see that we will discuss this topic with reference to project management, PMI or PMBOK, project management body of knowledge. And time and material contract is a subsection or subtype. This is a topic related to procurement under the project management. Okay, so first of all we will start from project basically. Friend, what is a project? As per the definition of PMBOK, project is a temporary activity which has a beginning and ending point, and it gives you a unique output or product. That is called as a project. For example, if you are implementing e-commerce solution for a customer, and you have to deliver that project within 4 months, so you will say that it is a project, because after 4 months the project will finish and no more resources will be involved in that project. Remember friend, one thing, that project is always a temporary activity. It can never ever be an ongoing activity. If it is an ongoing activity, we'll say that it is an operational activity. Now friend, if you can understand the concept of project, now we can talk about procurement first, because time and material contract is a topic related to procurement actually, because contracting is a topic related to procurement. Now friend, what is procurement actually in project management? Friend, procurement means that whenever we are implementing projects, we have to, as a project manager, you have to procure so many things. What does it mean friend? Basically, take the same example of e-commerce solution. If you are implementing e-commerce solution, so as a project manager you have to procure, like for example, 3 servers you have to procure. One server for development, one server for UAT, and one server for production. So you must have to procure 3 servers for the implementation of e-commerce solution. Okay, so that is a type of the e-commerce solution implementation. This is the type of procurement in which you have to deal with the procurement friend. So procurement means friend that as a project manager you have to where you have to procure, you have to purchase goods, services, softwares, hardwares. So all these things related to procurement. Now coming towards our main topic, time and material contract. Friend, first of all we have to understand the term contract here. Friend, contract means the agreement between two parties based on some terms and conditions. There are several types of contracts are available. For example, take an example like you are purchasing a car from a seller. So obviously he will give you some contract. Contract means some agreement, and based on that contract, like he will tell you some price. You agree to the price, and based on that you will sign the agreement, or you sign the agreement. So friend, contract is nothing, it's just basically an agreement between two or more than two parties based on some terms and conditions which are agreed between the two parties. This is a type of contract. Now, time and material contract. What is time and material contract? Friend, if you just see the time and material, time and material means, friend, that this type of contract is based on hourly basis. For example, time and material contract is a contract which is based on hourly basis. What does it mean, friend? For example, friend, if you know the freelancing implementation, like if a software engineer is available on freelancing websites, so normally they would say that I will give 3 hours to you based on these particular cost, and based on that I will give my 3 hours to you and work for you. So you purchase the hours from them. So the time and material contract is basically based on hourly basis. Based on that, like the hours and the material. Okay, so this is an example of time and material contract, which is based on hourly basis, like or you can say that timely basis, on basis of time. Like you can say, for example, you are building some you are making some construction in your house, and you contact with some person, so he will say that I will come for 2 days, and each day I will come for 4 hours, and whatever the work you will say to me, I will do accordingly. Okay, so actually what is happening here, he is selling his hours basically. Okay, so these types of contract which is based on based on time basis or hour basis, so that is called an example of time and material contract. Another example of normally the time and material contract in software houses, these are very common things. Like for example, you are implementing, like take the same example of e-commerce solution, and you contact with some software house. They will tell you that they will give you 2 resources, for example, one software engineer and one software designer, and they will give 4 hours daily to you. They will work for you on daily basis for 4 hours, for example. So this is and whatever the work you will tell them, they will do accordingly, they will work accordingly. So this is an example of time and material contract, friend. Here, friend, when we have to use the time and material contract, normally, friend, the projects, if these are very long term projects, for example 1 year, 2 years, these types of project must have to use the time and material contract, where the scope is not very much clear. Like for example, just take the example of website development. For example, you know that after the requirements are changing again and again. So in these types of contract, we should have to use the time and material contract, where you want the flexibility to modify the scope and vary the workload. These types of contracts should use always the time and material contract. Now, friend, what are the advantages of the using the time and material contract? First of all, these types of contract are very flexible. Changing in scope is possible. Dynamic work scope is possible. Timings are very much better, like avoiding fixed price bidding process helps to save time and start immediately. So time and material contract are based on time hourly basis. These contracts are very flexible to use, and these types of contract are better in which you know that the scope changes are coming. Okay, I have already given you an example of website development. In website development projects, you know that the requirements are changing aggressively, and again requirements are changing. So these types of contract, these types of agreement should use the time and material contract. The disadvantages of a time and material contract is that, friend, normally these types of contracts are low budgeting control. That means the main disadvantages of time and material contract, the overall cost can go far beyond the expected budget. This is a very big disadvantage of using the time and material contract. Also, friend, in the time and material contract, the involvement is so much required. As a manager, you must have to deeply involved in these types of contract. Why? Because you must have to see what are the changes are coming, how to deal with the changes, how to deal with the changes in the scope. So these are the very big disadvantage of using the time and material contract. So friend, thanks a lot for your time, and that's all from my side. I hope you like this video. If you like, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for your time. Thank you.